Shalom, family. Shalom. It's a lot to talk about, but not a whole lot of time. So I'm have to pick and choose what I say. I don't want to take no more than 30 or 40 minutes of your time. I know you're busy and you got shit to do. First of all, if you've been listening, consider, if you will, everything else listening, everything and everybody, from the animals, birds, insects, spiritual realm, which ain't no spiritual realm, the angels, different cultures, different races, different backgrounds, different understandings, different histories, different tongues. You get what I'm saying. And because I'm not going to ever take out the time to address each nation, and, well, at least I hope that God don't put me through that. I hope he don't. But as of now, I have no intention of ever addressing anyone other than in a generalized fashion in terms of what I'm saying. So therefore, don't be offended by anything that I'm saying. This is chess. Remember what I said. Every nation, background, history, dead, living, angels, heavens, demons, devil, all that shit hear this. Everything hears this. And everything has a move to make. So, don't be offended. When I want to offend you, I will be quite fucking specific. You won't be confused. At all. Alright? So, I said that to say this. And I'm going to get on and off of it real quick. When I use the term African American, I don't mean it to be offensive. Black and Negro is more than just a color. It's more than just melanin in our skin. It is an experience. It is an experience that no one else on earth has. Okay? It's not just a melanin. Think about what I'm saying. It is a unique experience, individualized to you. The African American, they don't have the same experience as a Negro. I know that. I'm right about this. You can put it in the terms of class. You can, however you want to standardize it, but it's going to still come out the same way. So there should be nothing found offensive about that. You square the circle, because I can't square it. You want me, I'm not going to square the circle. You square the circle. You have to put the square peg through the round hole, not me. Don't expect me to do it. But now, when I'm trying to save, well, I'm not gonna explain myself too down deeply. We busy. And frankly, we don't have time to, damn, man, I wish that we had time, but we don't. We simply don't. So, shit has to sort itself out. Now, what I really want to talk about, gangstalking. I want to talk about gangstalking. For those of you who don't know what gang stalking is. In America, well, in fact, it's worldwide. This is not, it's not unique to the United States. There is a group of people that is unique on the world stage right now. Unique. In the 70s and 60s, they were called indigo children. In the 80s, well, starting in the late 80s and 90s, they were called empaths. Okay? Now, I can't put a number on how many of them exist. At any rate, but I'm going to explain to you both the gang stalker and the gang stalking victim. Now, Jesus, as you would know him, was the first gang stalking victim. Okay? So you're in damn good company. Jesus, the one that died on the cross, was the first gang stalking victim. Okay? They failed. They failed. Now, today, it is a program. It is a program. Hear me out. It is a program, okay, that seeks out the empath, the individual that is different from the rest. And then they proceed to put that man or woman through hell. Now, what's unique about this is that it crosses, the empath crosses all races and creeds and genders and colors, everything. Okay? There is no standard for them except they're different in how they view the world, how they relate to things spiritually, and the government fears them. Germany tried to study them. Germany was on to them in the 60s and the 70s when they were known as, when you were known, victim, as the indigo children. Some were white, some were black, some were Italian, some were African, some were, back in those days, it was called Hispaniola. It wasn't so broke up and balkanized in Latin America as it is now. But here's the point. Asia, they're spread throughout. Sometimes these empaths can do things that other people can't do. Example, there's a young man in Asia, I think it's China. I may be wrong about that, so we're going to stick to Asia. He can't stand daylight. He can't stand any light, actually. It's got to be 40 watt, turn low. But guess what? He can see in pitch blackness. He can see in pitch blackness. So, at any rate, that's just an example. That's neither here or there. So, the program starts, believe it or not, this is going to make you feel special, victim. To the victimizer, right about now is they're going to realize that they've been infiltrated and we know everything. Okay, now, the program is initiated, or was initiated. I say was because they went before Congress, and the U.S. Congress, or the U.S. House, told them to stop doing it. But this program starts up in the U.S. military. The U.S. military, it works its way through various agencies, through your local FBI, from your local FBI through your local departments, okay? And most of your major cities have a fusion center that actually disseminate to them information. Now, look what I just said. You have someone in each of these positions. Most cases, more than one. But I'm not done. Now, I started at the military. It goes all the way down to the street. This is how it is structured and profound it is, okay? Now, hold on. Initially, you will start to see a change in the patterns around you. Secondarily, you will start to see minor occurrences, like every time you walk outside, someone walks outside. You can show up on the street by your goddamn self, and within 60 seconds, there's cars every motherfucking where. Okay? They will follow you. They want to make you feel uncomfortable, make you feel threatened. They will blackball you. They will blacklist you. They will harm your pets. In fact, they will seek to harm anything that you love, anything that you show any kind of compassion to, they will seek to harm. But here's the good of it. They can't really hurt you. Now, with all that being said, I'm not done. A lot of you victims think that they can, you hear terms like COINTELPRO, these government spy agencies that run these programs on their own population. It's kind of sick, but that's what they do. I'm going to tell you again, whatever the CIA has used overseas, eventually they will use here on its own people. That is almost guaranteed. In some kind of variation, if not outright. That is something that they're just going to do. Okay? Now, all along that chain, everybody is getting extra money. On the bottom, they're getting gift cards. If they live in motels, if someone paying for their motel or their rent or some shit like that, okay? They're not doing this shit for free, letting you know that they don't have a personal problem with you. Okay? They getting money for the shit, man. Now, they will use lights, headlights in your windows. They will, anything that they can do to annoy you, bother you, take your, anything that would take your peace or to change your composure. Anything. But now, there's two levels of it. One level of it is spiritual, which they too stupid to know. They think it's all them. And the other is physical. What's really going on is that in the spiritual world, something is happening, and it's manifesting itself in the physical. Okay? You ain't the victim. You are the shit. There is a reason why you are so fucking important to even the U.S. military. There is a reason why they want to know every move you make, who you talk to, where you be at. They don't do that for just anybody, but damn sure they don't. So think about it that way. Think about it that way. There is an end to the program. There's a logical end, okay? If they still doing it, here's a few tips. Number one, tip number one, start to assume, listen closer because this is important, assume that you're being watched. Assume it. Before you walk out your front door, expect that you are being watched. It don't matter if you see them watching you. You already know that this is what they're into. Plus, it builds up a damn good mindset within you. Okay? Become aware of your fucking surroundings. Period. What is stationary? What's movable? When you're in places like restaurants, 9 times out of 10, in any enclosed area, in the area, they already knew that you were going there. 9 times out of 9 times out of 10, where they don't just walk in and just sit somewhere. No, they are arranged. They have been placed. So when you walk in, notice where everybody is, where everybody's standing and where everybody's sitting. Make a mental fucking note of it. Because you're going to see it again. You're going to see it again. Okay? I'm giving you some good fucking shit. 3, in this state, you don't have to wait on a threat to develop. Let me say this again. You don't have to wait on a threat to develop. Sometimes if the threat develops, then you're a dead man. You're a dead woman. Okay? With that in mind, start thinking ahead. Okay? Start to gathering evidence, photo evidence, any kind of evidence, license plate and numbers. If you see them more than once in different spots, click. Start to building evidence. This ain't meant to harass them. This is meant to shield you from the district attorney when you find yourself climbing out their ass. Okay? Brush up on the rules. Brush up on the rules of self-defense. Know them. Know them know them backwards and forwards. Again, you don't have to rest and wait on a threat to develop. But let's be clear. That's all it is. That ain't even what it is. That's just what the fuck it look like. They want you to feel uncomfortable, give off a certain type of energy. All right? The battle is being fought in 2 places. What you experience and what they are doing is the manifestation of a whole another realm. Okay? Know why? Because listen here. We ain't going to go there. So that makes your ass special. All right? At this point, if the world hates you, you're on the right motherfucking path. I can guarantee you this. If your friends and family have deserted you, you're on the right motherfucking path. Okay? If you've been blackballed, blacklisted, you on the right path. If every time that you, have an idea or want to make a little hustle and something happen to stop it, you on the right path. You on the right path, baby. Now, all of this is for a reason. All of this is for a reason. If you are being gang-stalked, I want to be delicate here, because I'm not, well, I want to be delicate. There is something that they fear you discovering about you. In most cases, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Because they know how the story is written. Let's get spiritual a minute. There is the 144,000. The Negro or Israel make up 12 tribes. 12,000 from each tribe makes up the 144,000. These 144,000 are very special indeed. Perhaps, and I'm just about sure, that you are some member of the 144,000. Okay? Don't expect it to stop. It's not going to stop. But peep this here. You shouldn't want it to. You shouldn't want it to. Getting to what is needed is we still talking spiritually. The chosen method is suffering. You don't have to like it. The chosen method for you is suffering. Sometimes it's fire. I mean, you will be tested. But not only that, this suffering and your response to it is meant to activate something inside you. And sooner or later, it will. This is where the enemy is stupid. Well, not really. He like a junkie. He got to do it. The more that they hurt you, the more they run the chance of waking you up their self. Not because they're trying to. Not at all. It's just that they're going to do what they're going to do. And you're going to respond to it how you do. And that's just how it is. Okay? But you will know when you have reached the end. You will know. It's going to fade. It's going to slowly fade. They'll go so far as fly helicopters over you. Yes, they will. Over and over and over. They will use drones. They will mess with your rent or your ability to rent anywhere. There's nothing that they won't do to hurt you. Okay? Understand that. There's nothing they won't do. Period. So once you understand this, then you can kind of adjust. And like I said, your response, hold up, back up, your personal perspective, how you process the information of what you're seeing is everything. It is everything. Something cannot be something unless you call it that. You, so to speak. You understand what I'm saying to you? It's two guys standing at the corner. Yeah, we know the motherfuckers is fucking gang stalkers. But I'm saying treat them like it's two guys standing at the corner. What I'm really saying is ignore the shit out of them. Make them have to step their fucking game up. And if you really want to just have some fun, shit, start stalking their ass. Beat a man to listen here. All right. They have this been going on, yeah, by the way, real strong in the United States since at least that I know of 2010. 13 years for sure. It's going on across the United States. Across the United States. So it's not just you. Listen, I'm going to say this and wrap it up. Think of yourself as the white balls. Okay? And it's 144,000 or even, really it's way more than that. But the special of the special is that 144,000. But trust me, it's hundreds and hundreds of thousands beyond that number. Okay? Hundreds of thousands. Especially now. So expect anything. Quit giving shit names. Like, I don't even know who came up with the name Gangstalking. Because it's deeper than when I first heard the term, I thought it was a gang of other people stalking somebody. No, this is organized ass shit. It's organized. And it's not organized at the street level. What you feel at the street level, man, you are at least two steps removed from where it actually came from. Okay? You have to understand, the more people who are here who are suffering and impoverished, the easier it is to offer someone $50, $100 to do something. Okay? They will always be able to find someone who is willing, because there's money involved, period. And like I said earlier, if it's about money, then it can't be personal. You make it personal. Let them make it personal. You just read the game and stay fucking aware. You already know what they're gonna do. You already know. So let them do it. Shit. Unless you have to do what you do, which is rare, very rare. Now, here's what you don't do. A lady up in California, LA, she finally broke. Sometimes people break and you can break weak and you can break strong. Well, this lady, she broke strong, unfortunately, for that dude. He made the mistake of following her. After following her for days on end, every time she walk out a goddamn door and hop in a car, it's a slew of cars, the same cars, using the same fucking color-coded up cars to fuck with her. Okay? So she drives on the block, she pulls into a fucking cul-de-sac. This fool follows her into the cul-de-sac. She gets out of the car. The pistol is already out. She pumped about 9 rounds into him. Through the windshield, passenger side window. I mean, it just went down. And that's what you don't really want to do. That's what you don't want to do. Okay? Let them make their money. Then, here's another way. Someone who would do that anyway, for money, you shouldn't look at them as like equal to you. No. In fact, they should probably have your sympathy. Because something happened in their life or something. Okay? See, that way you won't have to hurt them. I have come close to hurting people, oh so close. You have no idea how fucking close. I'm man. because they was tripping, Gangstalking. And this been years ago. It lasted with me all the way up until they understood that he may snap, but when he do snap, I don't think, no, let's just leave this alone. He talks funny anyway. He says strange shit that we don't really understand, and it ends about 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years. Okay? And this shit that they can read your mind. They can't read your mind. They can't read your mind. No. Stop it. Now here's what's really happened. Remember when I said earlier that shit happened in 2 places? As it is in heaven, it is on earth. Okay? So whatever happens there happens here. Okay? That's the first thing. They're not reading your mind. They have spiritual access. I'm going to say this again. They're not reading your mind. They have spiritual access, and through this spiritual access, they can see through your eyes temporarily. Through this spiritual access, not through themselves. They are not themselves, as a matter of fact. Assume that they're not themselves, because they're not. They're not themselves. So, I hope that you can do something with this information, okay? But you should know that the cavalry has arrived. The cavalry has arrived, and it is meant to be. You've been selected. You've been selected. My recommendation to you is next time, don't sign up. And God told you, many will sign up, but only, many will be called, but few will be chosen. Well, you signed up somewhere, man. Who knows how you signed up? Maybe in church, maybe not in church, maybe by screaming, oh God, too many times and crying and sobbing over your problems. Man, who knows how you got yourself into this shit? Who knows? Only you know. Only you know. It was you crying out. Only you know. But you signed up. There is no stopping it. There is no way out. Understand that also. There is no stopping it, and there is no way out, and there's no way to run. So therefore, know the enemy. You should know everything about them. Everything about them. Look up the word Gangstalking. Start researching. Know everything. And then start building a damn dossier using audio and start to gather photographic evidence using your cell phone. Because I'm gonna tell you something. If you see the same motherfucker 4 or 5 times in different spots, a nigga like me on the wrong day is going to assume that he's there to kill me. So therefore, I had to do what I had to do. But that's a nigga like me on a bad day. Okay? What I'm saying is you don't have to wait on a threat to develop. Get the penal code. Go through the penal code. Know it well. Know it well. Behind every cause of action, behind every criminal cause of action, there is a remedy. There is a remedy. What the remedy does is say for instance, man, I don't want to use murder. Okay, assault. Assault. You finally had enough. You do what you do. You whoop one of them half and nearly slap that goddamn other crazy. Again, you have the evidence. Because you've been taking care of your business. But the remedy is going to tell you that you will be prosecuted or you stand guilty of this crime unless this is present. Unless he hit you first. For example, self-defense would be a remedy to that assault claim. Okay? All I'm saying is brush up on your shit and do what you got to do. And be careful. It ain't what you think. It ain't what you think. Not even close. They're not out to get you like that. Not at all. It is a government-sponsored program. In fact, Houston has a fusion center right here in Houston. Houston been attacking good people for the better part of fucking 20 years.